Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how to properly wash your car. So our test subject today is a 2010 Toyota Prius and it is a very dirty car. So in this video I'll be going over how to properly wash your car, clean the windows, clean the interior, and just give you a whole rundown on how to get your car as clean as possible. So to properly wash your car, you will need to go out and purchase, not all if you want, but this is what I have to wash. We have our rim polish, which gives your rims a nice polish if they are in fact metal. These ones are hubcaps, so they're plastic. Car shampoo and conditioner. Armor All, it's not brand Armor All, but just gives your your sidewall tires a nice glossy finish. And if you want to, at the very end, you can spray this spray-on wax, quick wax if you want to. Your interior cleaner. And plastic restorer. This just gives your plastic a deep black look like the car was brand new. And if you have one, a pressure washer is always helpful. Now there are a couple things you need to know before you get started. One is the most important thing. Make sure your bucket of water is perfectly cleaned out. There's no sticks or rocks or any sort of dirt inside of the bucket, so when you're soaping the car, you don't leave any scratches on it. Another thing to make sure is that all of your windows are closed. So to check that, power on the vehicle, go to your driver's door panel, and just double check that all your windows are closed, including the sunroof. So what's cool about this device right here, this is called a reverse osmosis system. So basically what it does is that it takes water from the house, and it filters it through these bladders right here and then puts it out through your garden hose. So a lot of car dealerships and car lots use this to spray down their cars, but basically what it does is that you don't really have to dry the car off. You can just let it sit in the sun and it dries with no water spots on it. So to really use it, all you do is turn your water on slowly at first and then turn on the actual unit. So then it'll start filtering out your water. So it makes drying a whole lot easier. So if you do have a pressure washer, well, this one is electric, so it doesn't give out too much force. But if you do have a pressure washer, before you get started, you always want to make sure that there's not too much pressure coming out of the hose, because you may take some of the protective film off the paint. So always just make sure you can squirt a little bit of water on the ground, and then however you adjust the pressure of your wand, just get it to a point where you can just spray the car down, but it still gets some of the bird poop off and some other stuff. And with that in mind, I think you're ready to start washing. So always start with the side that gets the most sun. So when you come back around, it doesn't leave any watermarks. But with this system, it doesn't really leave watermarks. So if you don't have this reverse osmosis system, do the sunniest side last, so you can soak that last as well, so you don't leave any splotches or streaks on your car. So let's get started. And with the whole card sprayed down like this, now it's time for soap. This right here is a foam cannon that attaches to the wand right here, so you can actually pull this piece off. and attach this to the end, but right now we're gonna fill it with soap. So this just comes off and this top part comes off. And then you can just pour the soap straight into this little bottle right here. And it looks like we're gonna use about the last of this bottle. So then this just goes back on here. And it attaches. Actually, it goes on the other way. Just like that. So when you pull the trigger, it shoots out the soap along with some water just to get the whole car. So, see you guys in a little bit. And with the whole car soaked down, make sure you get a clean rag or a sponge and go ahead and start scrubbing it in. Now you can use like a squeegee or, like I said, a sponge, but if all you have is a rag, that'll do just fine. So once I get this all rubbed in, see you guys in a bit. So now with the vehicle all soaked down, it is drying pretty fast, so just make sure when you are soaping it that it doesn't dry very fast. So now it's time to spray all the soap off. See you guys in a bit. So now that the car is completely cleaned off, the first thing you want to do to start drying is the windshield, because this is gonna be where everybody's gonna be looking at first when they get in the car and they're driving. So what you want to do is get the biggest towel you can find and lay it over as much of the windshield as you can cover, just like this, and then just easily get everything off. And then once you kind of got the gist of it, just kind of go starting from that end you're on, and if you see anything else that you missed on the windshield, just take your nail and scrub it off. But now that the windshield is completely dry and clean, next thing you want to do is the windows. But always start on the side that the sun is hitting, so you don't leave water streaks or any dry spots on your windows. So make sure you get all the bugs off. And always the mirrors, don't forget those, because they do serve an important purpose. The next thing you want to do is the side with the least sun. Just always go with the windows first. Don't forget the mirror. Once you're done with the windows, go to the back and just give the back one a good scrub. And then if your car has a sunroof, that's the last thing you want to get. Just lay the towel over the top of it. Make sure it's tight. And just do the same thing you did with the windshield. Just kind of tightly rub, and then once you're done with that, just kind of buff it out, get all the streaks off. And go around to the other side. Do the same thing, just make sure you got everything off. And once you hit the windows successfully, then you can use the same towel or get a different one, and then just do the rest of the paint. So now it's time for interior cleaning. So what you want to do is get a nice microfiber cloth or just a nice interior cloth that doesn't leave dust or anything, and your interior spray and cleaner. So you can just give a light spray down to the dashboard and just get all the dust and stuff off. Steering wheel. Make sure you get the touch screen too. If your car has a touch screen, always just get all the fingerprints and grime off of it. Just kind of wipe down all the buttons. If your car has a traditional gauge cluster, get that. This car just has a screen up here. Get the rear view mirror because that can always be a pain. Make sure you got all the sunroof stuff. You can wipe down all the interior windows too, so just make sure you get all the fingerprints and smudges, if there is any, off your interior windows. And get the door panels too. In between your window switches. Stocks, get all the dust off the steering wheel cover. Gear shifter, because that can get smudgy too depending on which one you have. Just get all the little nooks and crannies. So next you're going to want to do the seats, which are probably one of the dirtiest parts, so you can spray all that, and I'm running out of spray, so just wipe, get all the crumbs out of the little cracks in the seat. Down all the seats. And just make sure if there's any sort of dust or like crumbs in there, you kind of get your nail inside of the rag and just kind of go around all the cracks and get all that out. Another thing that people tend to forget is the door jambs, which, although pretty much unnoticeable to everybody, can be one of the most annoying parts of the job. So you can just wipe down all the dried up water. If there's any splotches, there's dirt, foot marks on the door sill, just get all the dust out of it. Get this bottom piece. And once you got all that, that pretty much concludes on how to wash your car. That pretty much sums up on how to wash your car according to my style. Looks good, feels good, and yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please share, like, comment, subscribe, and I am new to YouTube, so please let me know in the comments what you think I need to do better, or what you liked or what you disliked. So look forward to seeing you guys next time. Peace.